Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our county food pantry. They allow you to come in twice a month. Once to is it what they call commodities day, which is you get what you get. It's already pre-boxed and ready to go. The other day is you get to shop and you get to pick what day you come in. So that works out nice. I usually try to plan that for when we're a couple of weeks out, 3 weeks out from going to the grocery store, and we're kind of needing a little bit of reinforcement before needing to head back to the grocery store again. So that was today. And yeah, I'm just going to jump in and show you what we got. So we got a dozen eggs. We do have chickens, but we are getting like 2-3 eggs a day right now because as the winter goes, they lay less. They rely on daylight hours. So these are now useful. They had some turkeys left from Thanksgiving that they were handing out. So they asked if I wanted one since I was a large family, and I was like, yes, for sure. I will probably cook this down and can it. And then I have some shelf-stable, ready-to-eat turkey on hand, which is awesome. They had these that are a dairy-free push-up, essentially. I don't know much about them. I didn't really look at the information on them, but I'm sure my kids will very gladly eat those. A gallon of 1% milk. And then let me pull back down here again. They always have a bunch of like deli things, I'm assuming probably from Walmart. And so I picked up these pinwheels, and my kids like those, so they will have those probably with lunch today. They had this turkey pastrami, which just sounded delicious. I will thin slice this and use it for sandwiches for the kids for lunches as well. We had to pick out one drink for each member of our household. We have 7 in our household, so I got 7. So I picked up, there were 5 of these sparkling water. I drank one on the way home. And then I picked up 2 of these Zevia Energy for my husband. I picked up 2 things of peanut butter. There's a big one back there and then the smaller one. There are 4 of these chicken breasts. These are so handy. I use them for a whole lot of things. They had these sliced baby beets. My husband really likes beets, and no one in the house nobody else in the house does. And so I thought, I would pick those up for him as a treat for him, because it's not something that I fix on a regular basis. If he doesn't want them, I may end up sharing them with my mom, because my mom also likes beets, but I have a feeling he's going to eat those no problem. There is a thing of sliced pineapple, 2 cans of black beans, a can of enchilada sauce, and that's something that I have been wanting to make for quite some time, because I can make these low carb with like the Egg Life wraps, and I have been craving enchiladas, and the carb count really isn't too terribly bad. So I was excited to have that. I was also excited to find flour, and not just any flour, but whole wheat flour. So that was awesome. We got to pick up several bread items. So on each shelf, we got to pick up one thing. So the dessert, I pulled one of these pumpkin muffins, and then she said, why don't you take another one, because nobody else was taking them. Those I will use for breakfast for my kids. I picked up this thing of like crescent roll buns. And I thought, well, I could use those for sandwiches for the kids, or I might bake breakfast sandwiches for them one morning with those. And then I picked up this loaf of French bread, and I will use it to make pizza for the kids. So I will cut it like lengthwise that way and lay it open and make pizza for them on pizza night. Out front, they also had they have a table that has take whatever you want, because it's things that they have an overabundance of. And so they had these, and I will use those for the same thing as pizza crusts. A couple of non-food items. They have a shelf that has a lot of different non-food items, and this time it was a lot of medicines that we didn't really need. Some hand soap, and I have several things of hand soap set back, and toilet paper, which we didn't need right now. And so they had these, which are just like cotton swabs, Q-tips, whatever you want to call them. And so I definitely figured I would pick those up, because I have 3 boys, and the boo-boos are a constant. So I'm constantly having to clean little bitty boo-boos. So those will go for that. These were also out front, and they just had kind of pre-bagged up several of these packages of ketchup and mustard. So I picked up 1 of the ketchup and 3 of the mustard, and I will be sending those to work with my husband. He drives a semi. So these will be nice as something that he doesn't have to have refrigerated, and he can just have on hand for whatever his heart desires to use them on. They have an area that's all breakfast cereals and like oatmeal and those kind of things, and I saw these and my kids really like these, so I thought I would pick these up. And I've never seen the fruit and veggie ones before, but I figured those would be nice for snacks. Other snack items that I picked up are these teriyaki flavored beef jerky that my husband will gladly eat. And then I found these cinnamon churro mini rice cakes, and my kids really like those. And it's a 2-pack, and they're pretty decent sized bags, so I picked up those. And then fresh produce, they always have a rack, and you can take as much as you want. Today they also had carrots, which I still have some on hand, so I passed on those. Some onions, and I still have several of the red onions that I got before. But they had cabbage, and so I picked up this beautiful cabbage because that's something that my family really loves, cabbage, and I fix it several ways, so I know that will get used. This pineapple because my kids love pineapple. And then they had these bags of apples, and they had a massive amount of these bags of apples, and some of them are huge apples. So I picked up 2 of those because I know that's, once again, something that my kids will use. I can dehydrate them if nothing else, and my kids love dehydrated apple slices. So that is everything that we were blessed with. Huge blessing once again, always is. This has been so helpful to our family. So glad that these resources are out there. So if you are struggling to make ends meet, if you just need that little bit of help, that's where we are. We don't need gobs and gobs of financial aid from different places. We don't need help paying all of our bills. We just need that little nudge in the right direction of being able to make ends meet and being able to figure this out one day at a time. And so if you are in that same boat, don't wait until you are destitute. Don't wait until you have nothing left. Don't wait until your kids are hungry. Seek out help now. Go find the local resources that you can, because they're out there, and these people love you and they want to help. So I encourage you to seek out help if you need it. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.